How is everybody doing? Welcome to Premiere Week on the Theater 13 Podcast Network.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
We got Doug, we got Aaron, we got Jacob.
Yo.
We just got out of Dune. Part 1?
That's right.
Yeah, I think so.
Question mark?
I don't think they've greenlit part 2 yet all the way, but
How are you going to call it
I
Dune
mean-
Part 1 if there's not going to be a Part 2?
well, I know that he wants to make it. I know that's always part of his deal originally, was that he was gonna only do this if they agreed to split it into 2 parts, but they wouldn't greenlight it until the first one came out to see if it was gonna flop. I don't think it's going to, personally.
Nope.
Sound from what I've read early on is the reports are good, box office wise. So as long as everybody doesn't fucking bite on HBO Max, it should be fine.
Oh, it's coming out on HBO Max?
Already out on HBO Max.
Whew, that kind of sucks.
If you're gonna go see this
So,
movie, go to the theater, man. It's a theater movie. It's a movie you could probably get away with watching at home. Not even close. Like
Nope.
this is a kind of movie you got to go see in theater.
Must see
So-
in theaters.
we went to see it. I don't think we're going to talk shit about the movie theater company, but one of our seats was a little bit scuffed.
Yeah, my recliner wouldn't go up, so I had to sit up the entire movie. It didn't ruin my viewing experience, so it's fine.
Yeah, we'll be sending a bad review.
Put on Yelp.
Yeah,
One star.
but we're not going to say the name of the company on the podcast, just in case we have any future sponsorship offers.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
If a movie company is listening to this and you want us to say the name of the company, we will put whatever you want us to put if you want to pay us to do that.
So, we saw it in Dolby Digital. This is the first time I've ever watched a movie in Dolby Digital Cinema. Is that what it's called? Or just Dolby Cinema? I don't know what the fuck it's called.
It's
But-
Dolby Digital.
I couldn't really tell a difference in the picture, but I know they say the picture's supposed to be
Oh, I
better.
could.
But the sound was fucking preposterously good in there. You can
That
really tell the difference.
whole slogan is "Sound you can feel." My God, I could feel it.
Yeah,
it was tingling my entire body.
shaking my gooch big time. Yeah, so did you guys like it or what?
Well, I think before that, we should probably just give a quick spoiler-free rundown of the movie.
What does that mean?
Just explain to you what it is without giving away too much of the plot. That way, there's people out there that are listening to this before they go see it, and they're like, I don't know, this is something I'm into.
All right, so Dune is a movie based on the book Dune. Is that what it's called?
Correct. Yeah, I believe there's 6 books. This one, I think, is specifically the first book. I think, and I've read it's pretty true to the source material. So I think Dune heads are pretty happy about that. It does follow more
Dune heads?
of
Is that a thing?
I don't know, I made that up. I mean, I'll be the first member.
Doonies?
The Doonies.
I got the Doonies.
But it's supposed I've read that this movie dives more into the main character's mental thing going on than the book does. Book is kind of, I think I've read that the book is more about houses as a whole, and the movie is kind of centered in on our main character.
Gotcha. I guess that's pretty much all we can say about it, right? I mean,
We can kind of give it a rundown.
Give the general synopsis.
Yeah, it's a hardcore science fiction movie. In the vein of like things like Star Wars and stuff like that, Star Trek even probably. It takes place in the future,
Far, far future.
very far in the future, and a lot of it takes place in space or on another planet. So it's super sci-fi.
it's not like space heavy like Star Wars or Star Trek. But it's got the same like super vast universe element
Yeah, and that's why I wouldn't hesitate to call it an epic because it spans such a crazy amount of environment, different planets, different locations on the planet, locations not on a planet.
Yeah, which in this movie they kind of world build that it's a big fucking universe, but there's only like a few handful planets in it. So I don't know what the books are all about, but if they end up making more Dune movies, there's a lot of room to expand.
This,
The scale of this shit is like preposterous.
yeah, I mean it's like the scale of Star Wars. Like there's planets of different things going on here, crazy. But it's set up a little bit different than Star Wars, where it does have an empire kind of thing going on, where there is a government body that's governing this known universe. Then there are these powerful families within that universe that the government gives responsibilities to basically, I don't know, control certain parts of the areas without the government actually having to do it. So this movie follows one of those families in access to a planet that has a rare mineral. They call it a spice on it. And involves our main character, who is the son of main dude of this family, the patriarch of this family, and kind of his, I don't know, mental battle of not necessarily wanting to be in control of this family after he's gone, and then just that whole son having to become a king one day kind of shit.
Yeah, that part wasn't emphasized too heavily, except for in the beginning of the movie.
I think that kind of gets lost a bit in how grand it gets, sort of some parts of it. But overall, I think it stays, for as big as the storyline is and as big as everything goes, it stays pretty focused on the main character the whole time. I really like, because I really like this main character.
Yeah, and I guess I just want to point out, when you go see this movie, it's marketed as Dune, but when the movie starts, it's like Dune Part 1. If you're expecting anything to be wrapped up by the end, you're fucking mistaken.
Sure, yeah, they definitely leave open ending to where hopefully they're going to make more films.
It's like it's like how the last two Harry Potter movies were split, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead and jump a bit into a little bit cast. This movie is made by, I think you pronounce it Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve. I think he's Canadian, French maybe. He did other things like Arrival, Blade Runner 2049, Enemy, which won him, I believe, an Oscar for that movie. But he does these giant, just epic scale movies like Blade Runner and Arrival. He also does movies like Prisoners, which is kind of a character-based movie. So he's got a good arsenal here, and it kind of feels like he combines those experiences together in this movie. Our lead. Oh, and just so everybody's aware, Dune 2 is already on his IMDb. So,
excellent.
Yeah, it has to be.
Looking a lot like this is gonna be made again into a second one. You got your main character, Paul. He's played by Timothy Chalamet. You got Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac. They're all playing characters that interact with this main guy. Even Dave Bautista,
Yeah,
former wrestler, retired.
WWE Hall of Fame.
Also Drax. You got Javier Bardem. It's fucking stacked, dude. Stellan Skarsgård. Just the list. Josh Brolin. It keeps going. It just keeps fucking going. It's a fantastic crew working on this movie.
The biggest plot twist in this movie is when Jason Momoa's character Duncan just shaves halfway through the movie randomly.
Yeah, I don't know what it might have been an Aquaman thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
I've never seen this motherfucker with no beard.
Yeah,
Very different.
dude. He's kind of chunky in the face.
He's a fat boy.
He's like ripped on his body. His face is kind of chunky. I'm kind of into it though.
Yeah, he's alpha as fuck.
So okay, we got all that stuff ran down. Initial reviews that I've read, pretty split. You got people that absolutely loved it, and you got people that think it was overhyped and kind of bland. So I want to get your opinions on it. Pick up, you start.
Do not watch this movie on HBO Max. Go to the theater, see it 40 times. It's fantastic. I'm gonna rate it a 10 out of 10. I don't give a shit.
What about you?
Well, I can't give it a 10 out of 10. I'm kind of comparing it to Star Wars, and it's got the same scale of Star Wars. It's just a little short on the characters and, you know, some of the mystery element, if that makes sense.
I mean, in Star Wars, your main character is kind of a fucking orphan. You don't know a ton about. I guess this one kind of sets his family up in the beginning. Not much more to that than learn, but you do have mystery of him, like in his mother's side of things, where she's in some type of organization that doesn't get explored a ton in this movie.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that's more in part 2 and then future. I don't know if they're gonna. Are they just gonna fucking call them part
They
3,
have to.
part 4, part 5?
I think they just got to keep going, dude.
Yeah, they can definitely make this movie into a big franchise.
And they should. I think this is a perfect setup to a big franchise.
Definitely.
For sure. Because, I mean, it's fucking space. You do whatever the fuck you want, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, they do have to obey by the rules of the books a little bit, and I read that he stayed pretty true to that. So I'm assuming he will continue to stay true to that. So I think his job was just adapting that correctly, maybe adding a little bit more personable stuff with the main character, and maybe switching up a little bit since it's been so long since the books came out. They're old. Add some stuff that's more relevant to these times, and I think you're good to go.
Yeah. It was pretty fucking
But
good.
as soon as the movie wrap, that this could be the best movie franchise of the century. I'm gonna stick by it.
Bro, you're crazy.
The best. Like,
Better than Marvel?
that's a different thing. It's a bunch of different small movie franchises in one big universe. This is like one single storyline,
Better than Harry Potter?
linear.
Oh, man, it's hard because Harry Potter is Harry Potter, bro.
Yeah.
Harry Potter took like an entire generation, rectified them for the past 15, 20 years, dude.
Like, they're definitely going to have to come out with several more movies to possibly surpass
We'll say
Harry Potter.
this. I guess we'll start with my little tangent here. It's one of the better first movies in a franchise. Like you got Star Wars, which has A New Hope, which we all know that's a good start for
This is
a
better
franchise.
This is better than Sorcerer's Stone for sure.
This is better than Sorcerer's Stone. This is better than the first Twilight movie. This is better than the first Hunger Games movie.
Whoa! We can't just start talking about Twilight.
That's a franchise that's been super popular. If we're talking about franchises here, you got to throw Twilight was a huge franchise. I mean,
Yeah,
it
but
lasted
Twilight
5 fucking
sucks.
movies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your opinion, but it is better than the first one.
Lord of the Rings. I don't think
don't
it's
know,
better.
I've
I
never
don't think it's better
seen-
than Lord of the Rings.
never seen Lord of the Rings, but for me, I like this movie more than I liked any of the Star Wars movies. I'm sorry. I know that you love them,
Right.
but
Hey, this is the
to me,
last you'll
this
hear from
movie,
me on Theater 13.
this movie is what Star Wars would have been like had they made A New Hope in 2021. That's what Dune does with material. I'm saying, like, A New Hope was made in 2021. You have these effects.
The character development, character building isn't even comparable. Star Wars is infinitely better.
It's not character weak by any means. You have plenty of character stuff going on. You have plenty of character development going on. I don't know. It's hard to compare to Star Wars because it's such an older movie that has already had such a successful franchise. I think this movie has the start of what could be comparable to Star Wars in the end. That's my official thing. I think as a start, this is a damn good start for a franchise that if it wants to be compared to movies like Star Wars, you just got to keep this ball rolling. You got to keep developing characters because you're right. Star Wars does have insanely good character development. You got to keep good writing. You got to keep
Also,
story.
sorry to cut you off. Star Wars was like planned to be just the one movie at first, so I'll cut Dune some slack because they've planned in advance that this is part one. So they've got a lot more room to do some shit.
I think this is one of those movies. I think it's one of these movies that in 10 to 20 years, people are going to look back, and if you didn't go see this movie when it first came out, it's going to be one of those things where people who didn't see Star Wars when it first came out look back and they're like, man, why did I not go see this movie when it first came out? Or people that saw like Jurassic Park when it first came out and they didn't go, they're like, man, I kind of missed my opportunity to see this movie when it first came out in theaters. Kind of ruined that part for myself. So don't be one of those people. I think Dune is going to be one of those franchises that look back on and say, if you had the chance to do it, you'd want to go back and do it. Yes. I always say if I could go back in time and watch any movie for the first time ever, erase all my memory of it right now, I'd watch the first Jurassic Park in theater. I wasn't alive for it, so I can't do that. But don't make this mistake with Dune. Go fucking see this movie because I think in 10 to 15 years, it's going to be one of the biggest franchises we have.
Yeah, it sucks that we're in this like weird time where movies are coming out on fucking HBO and
no, it's not even close to the same thing.
Maybe if you have a home movie room.
Maybe if you go to see like fucking Lamb or something, but this movie needs to be felt in a theater. I would be so unhappy with myself if I look back on this movie and I watched it at home the first time instead of going to a theater.
Makes sense.
So, I guess for my official score, I think this movie actually is close to my top 10 movies. I think I really, really, really liked it. Sign me up for the Timmy fan club, dude. I haven't seen a movie yet.
Fucking definitely.
I've loved everything. I mean, The King is one of my favorite movies off of Netflix. It has some King moments in it. It's awesome. Love this dude. Keep signing him up. Him and Robert Pattinson are quickly becoming two of my favorite actors. They're really killing it right now. So, this movie probably breaks my top 20, maybe top 15, maybe top 10 if I get it on rewatch. Who knows? I think it's that good. So, go check it out.
Part 2 cannot come fast enough.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They haven't even started filming, have they?
No, I don't think they greenlit it until after this, but please hurry. Denis, you need this.
Who's the studio?
I think this is a Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures. So hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, y'all should definitely go see it. This isn't a piece of shit by any means. I think we all say it's at least 9 out of 10. These we sound like it's a 10 out of 10, but
no. I didn't even. I gave Alien a 9.5, so it's probably a 9.
Also, it's definitely going to require a second watch. I feel like I missed some stuff, but
I want to go see it in theaters again. I'm not going to fucking lie. But
Go
I'll
see
prob-
it. It's Theater 13 approved.
Absolutely.
100%.
And actually, if you don't go see it, I'm gonna come kick your ass. So,
Salt.
also full disclosure, I'm paid by Warner Brothers. And no, just kidding.
This
I
is a
wish.
sponsored Dune podcast. Hey Dune, if you want to send us any free shit, I will literally tattoo Dune across my fucking back.
I had high expectations for this movie, and I was expecting it to fall short, but it didn't. So that's a W in my
I
book.
wanted to hear. Let's go.
Anyways, let's wrap this bitch up.
Yeah, Fight Club out now. Alien will be coming out next week on Monday. A couple more Witcher episodes coming out next week. Right now.
All right, see you bitches next time.
All right, everybody say bye.
Everybody.
Later, bitches.
Theater 13 Pod is a Quantum 13 production.